take a look at this project. I don't know if this is going to work or not, because this uses Frida, and Frida is very problematic. But we'll see. The next one, I figured out how to do this without Frida, and that may be what we have to do. Anyway, let me go back to the previous one where you install Frida, which did work on a Mac, although basically it's useless on a Windows. I think I was able to get a version of this to work on Windows, but then you can't really have much fun with it because the other tools you need don't work. So, Frida tools, let me see if I can go into my 128, and then I might have I do have a Frida directory. All right. ls, I say, minus L. All right. Okay. ls minus L. All right. Right, so I do have a thing called venvironment here. So I've made it before, and it's going to have some version of Frida server. Now we're going to try this, and if it fails too much, I'll just move on to the next one, which is much more reliable because it doesn't use Frida. Frida is very painful, very picky, and it's very hard to make it actually work. So now I'm in here. Now I have Frida. But I wonder what version. I have version 17. Okay. Now when I tried to do this on Windows and FreeDump failed, they said it failed because you have to use Frida versions before 17. But I think I've got this to work on the Mac, so I think it's really a PC issue, which is usually what everything is. Getting anything to work on Windows is usually essentially impossible. What I have to do is I have to put the server on the phone. So let me go to ADB shell and take a look and escalate to administrator, and now take a look where I'm going to put stuff, which is data local temp. And now look here, I might have the Frida server on the phone already, and I do. I have the Frida server version 17 on the phone. So I have 17 on the phone and 17 on the client. So if I run the server as root, and now I can connect from the client, and since I'm using Android Studio Emulator, it connects, the operating system thinks I've connected with the USB cord. So I can just do Frida, PS, and then minus U to connect by USB, and I'll get a list of all the running apps. So this is what I did before. This shows that Frida is working, and I can do it. Now the problem is, for this project, we need another program to work called FreeDump, and that has not been updated for a few years, and I don't think it's going to work with version 17, but we're going to see. So here we're trying to steal the passwords out of this password app, Keeper, one of the many password apps available. So we put that on the phone. And in this case, I want to get the particular old version, I suppose. So my phone is running on an ARM processor, and you can see that here, ARM64. You can make phones at various levels of processor, but this is an ARM64. So that means here's the program you need. So I download this. There we are. And put it in, say, might as well put it in that same directory, which is 128, and then say, nope, that's the wrong place, 128, Frida. There we go. All right, I can put it in there. Oh, it's already in there. All right, I'll replace it. I don't care. I don't know why I didn't see it there, but anyway, now I'm here. All right, there it is. So I should be able to unzip it. Keeper. All right, so now it creates these 4 files. This is what I was talking about. And you have to install this in a somewhat complicated procedure. So, I didn't need to unzip it. All right, let me clean up my mess here. That created a directory, and I should just remove it. Okay, because we're going to unzip it on the phone. So now I do ADB push the file onto the phone into data local temp, and this is ADB works, and there it goes, pushing it on the phone. So now I can go here, and I can stop this for the moment and do ls minus L, and there's the Keeper. So on the phone, I unzip it, and then there are 2 ways to install apps in this, that are broken up into these chunks. And this is the more complicated way that I learned earlier that I wrote in this project. You do a PM install create with some strange number. And that creates it, and it gives you a session number. Now you have to do a whole series of commands to install, to prepare each of the chunks for installation. And you really have to prepare them in a text editor because you're going to have to modify it. This number at the end, this 277, needs to be replaced by the number that it gave me when I created the installation process, or whatever this is. So I have to get this to move to the side. Okay. And there, this is the number, this 877. So I have to put that in here in every command. All right. So now these should work. Unable to open file. Okay. Oh, because I have to be in the right directory. I have to be in the directory where it unzipped it. Now their files should be here. Okay, now I should be able to do that. And I can. So I have to do 3 more of them to get all 4 of the components laid out correctly. And then I can do the install commit, which will install all those 4 components. And it's done. Okay, so now I've installed this archived app. All right, so I should find Keeper, and there it is. Put it on my desktop. All right, now we need to put secrets in Keeper so we can practice stealing them. And let me just put the phone over here. All right, so, oh, now they say do a cold boot. Okay, fine, I'll try that. I don't know if it's really necessary, but that's generally a good idea. All right, and now I need to go in here and create an account. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll create an account. Now it's going to warn me, by the way, that I'm on a rooted device, and that's not a good idea, but it doesn't stop me. They're not kidding. You're going to do these horrible things because I'm on a rooted device. Now I create an account. It's going to be demo ccsf1 at mailinator.com. I like using Mailinator for throwaway email addresses. That's demo ccsf1 is what I have to remember. Now I choose a master password, and I'm going to use these specific passwords so I can find them later. ccsf pound master password. ccsf pound master PW bang. And the same thing down here. Master PW, okay. PW bang, all right. And now next. Now I think it's going to make me read my email. Yeah, so I was CCSF demo 1 or something. Crap, I already forgot it. Demo CCSF1, good, okay. Okay, good. That's nice. It didn't make me put in the, so it's Mailinator. Okay, demo CCSF1. Okay, go. And there. Okay, I've got a verification thing, 5J Lum 5, okay? 5J Lum 5. See if it likes that. I got 2 of these. Okay, apparently I'm okay. Good. Now I can store something. Creating your first record. Okay, let's do it. And plus, and I'll put in Facebook because that's easier. It knows Facebook. And so now I just need to put in some dummy data so we can practice stealing it, which I just put in, I think, I put in that CCSF pound in all of it, I think. Yeah, CCSF pound. That's the string we're going to search for later. So CCSF pound Facebook user. And there's somebody to get this thing to shut up. There we are. CCSF pound Facebook PW. All right. And that's it. Then save it with the check mark. Okay, and I'm done. I've now created a record. I think that's all I have to do. Yep, so now we're going to try to steal it from the RAM on the device. So I go back onto the device, which I restarted. So I have to go back in here and SU and CD data local temp. And there's Frida server. All right, so now I'm running the server. Now on the host down here, I'm running Frida, and Frida minus U worked, so I'm connected. Now I need to get free dump. Let's see what I've got here. I already have free dump. You git clone it, and it's in there. Okay, and so that's right. I had to do something to fix it here. I think I've already done all these. There was some other flaw in it which I was able to fix for the Mac, but it didn't work for the Windows machine. So supposedly Python free dump fixed is working. Let's see if that's true. It is. Okay, so this is free dump, and it's the one with the patches, which I found in the issues and recommended solutions. So this should work, and if it does work, then all I need to do is I need to know the name of the process, which I can find out this way. This will list the processes and show me the one, and here it is. It's Keeper with a capital K. These are Gatekeeper, which are parts of Android. It's Keeper itself. And so once you know the name of it, you can dump the memory here. This is going to dump the memory and extract strings from the memory and save it in a file. And there it is going and working on version 17, which is strange because on Windows it totally doesn't work. Oh. But that's because of a different, anyway, yeah, I tried a lot of things on Windows. I even tried using the VMware version where you have to connect over networks. This free dump doesn't have connecting over networks. And there are later products where people added that feature, but it won't run on version 17. And it won't run on version 16 either. And you can't install older versions. They won't run on modern versions of Linux. So this is the kind of madness you tend to get into with Python tools. If people don't keep them all up to date, then pretty soon nothing works anymore. Anyway, this has created a file, stealing the data, and putting it in this file called dump, which has 30K of data. And so it just has strings in it. And so you can just look for that string. I guess the dump is a directory. Right, but you can look for the strings, find CCSF in there, and there you see the master password and my Facebook password and everything is available in the RAM on the phone. And this is true of normal desktop machines too. This was the thing I was horrified to learn about a few years back, that password managers have all your secrets just lying there in memory, where they're easy to steal. So it worked here. Now, no comments. I'm going to stop this one and show you one more because although I managed to make it work here, it is very fragile and difficult. And like I say, it doesn't work on Windows at all.